So today our concept is about proc import and proc export. Okay, proc import and export. So coming to this proc import and export, suppose say that if your data is present in like in a text file or in an Excel file, okay, or in any database, okay, or in a CSV file, then how to import that data into SAS we'll see. Okay, by using this proc import and export procedure, we can bring data from different destinations into SAS and from SAS to various sources. Okay, so first here in this session we'll see how to import the data that is present in Excel files, CSV files, text files and access database. Okay, from these four sources how to import the data we'll see. Similarly, how to export the data from SAS to these four different sources we'll see. Okay, so starting from Excel, okay, like whether it is an Excel file or a CSV file or a text file, if it is an internal PC file, the program syntax will remain same. Okay, proc import is the procedure. Proc import data. We are importing the data from a data file, right? So proc import data file equal to give the path here. Okay. So and then for what purpose you are importing the data? In order to create an output data set, right? So out equal to give that particular data set name. Okay. And then dbms equal to give the identifier name. Okay, and then execute end the program with run statement. This dbms is nothing but from which source you are importing the data. You have to specify that particular source. Like if you are importing from an Excel file, then define like your source is Excel. If you are importing from CSV file, define your source is CSV. Okay, so this is the syntax. Suppose say like now we want to import the data from an Excel file. Here I have some set of files which I will be sharing with you. Okay, so first let us say that we want to import the data that is present in Excel file 1. Let us take the path that is present in this path. Okay, go to security. Okay, Excel file 1 dot XLS. Now out equal to whatever is the output data set with whatever name that you want to create the output data set, give that particular data set name. Okay, I'll give the data set name as test. Okay, next dbms equal to what is the dbms, like from which source we are importing the data? Excel, right? And what is for Excel files? You will have so many extensions, no, like XLS, Excel SM, Excel, Excel SX. Okay, so depending on the file extension, you have to give the identifier. Okay, so your DBMS identifier will be XLS and run. Execute this program. Check the log window. See, it has imported the data with 120 observations and 17 variables, right? In which library? Work library. See, test is the data set that is created. You also open that Excel file 1 in order to see like what is the data that it has imported. Okay. See, it has imported the data from details 1, right? See, open the data set. See, flight destination date, F class, E class, FREV and EREV. See, right? So has imported the data from details 1. Here we have 2 sheets of data, but by default, if you are not mentioning like from which sheet you want to import the data, it will import the data from the first sheet. Okay. And if you observe here, whatever data that you have in the first line, okay, in the first row, it is taking that data as the variable names. See, Whatever data that you have in the first row, it is considering as the variable names. That is the default programming in proc import. Like whatever data that you have in the first row, it will take that as the variable names. Okay. So clear with this. Now suppose say if you want to import this details to data, then Control C, like take the sheet name. Okay. Make use of the option called sheet equal to, in quotations, give the sheet name. Okay. Run the program. Now let us check the log window. What it is saying, import cancelled because output dataset work.test already exists. Right? Specify replace option, which means we already have created this test dataset with some data, right? With some other data, we have already created this test. If you want to overwrite the data, as in if you want to replace whatever data that is present in test with this details to data, then you have to make use of the replace option. Okay. Or else give any other new dataset name. Go to replace. Okay. Run this program. Check the log window. See, now it has imported the data with 120 observations and 5 variables. So previously it is 7 variables, now it is 5 variables. Okay. Clear?
Yes, Pavani.
Yes. Okay. Now the next one is, suppose say that if you want to import the data that is present in Excel file too, then what you have to do? Just change the path. Okay, change this path. Now execute the program. Check the log window. Yeah, it has done, right? 119 observations with 5 variables. Open this. Open the data Excel file. See, here whatever data that you have in the first row, it will take as the variable names, right? See, that's what it is taking. But here, starting from the first row, it should consider as the observations only, no? Like data values only it has to consider. There are no variable names from the in the sheet. In that case, you have to make use of the option called get names. Okay. Get names equal to no, so that it will not take the variable names from the sheet. Okay, like from the file, it will just assign, by default it will assign some variable names as like some alphabets, or like var1, var2, var3, like that it will assign some variable names. Okay. See, clear? Okay. Right. Now, suppose say that if you want to import specific range of data, okay, same from the Excel file 1, sorry, Excel file 2, say that if you want to import only this part of the data, okay, like starting from B10 to say like C35, B10 to C35, only this part of data if you want to import, make use of the option called range. Range equal to, in quotations, give here the sheet name first. Okay, and after that put dollar symbol, and then you give the range B10 to C35, right? So give here B10 to C35. Okay, close this file. Now execute. See, only B10 to C35, only that data got imported. Okay, like this you can import the specific range of data by using the range option. The next one is, are you clear with importing CS Excel file with different options?
Yeah. Yeah, Pavani.
Three of you? No, it can't read multiple sheets at a time. It can read only one sheet at a time. Okay. Now the next one is CSV files. Coming to the CSV files also uh, open with Excel only. So because of that reason, here for Excel, whatever options that you have used or whatever procedure that you have followed, the same procedure and the same options you can use. Okay. Only the difference will be DBMS. Here DBMS you are writing as Excel, right? Here you write it as CSV. Okay. And change the file path. That's it. Only that will be the difference. Right. So give here the path. CSV files also open with Excel only. Okay. And DBMS will be CSV. So that range option, get names option, sheet option. Okay. All that options you can make use of. See, test dataset is created. Open this and also open the CSV file from CSV file 1, right? See, flight destination date, 8 time. How many? Till here, 2, 4, 6, 8 columns, right? See, all the data got imported. In the same way, okay, if you want to import specific range of data, then define that specific range by using range option. Okay, if you observe here, see CSV files also opened with Excel only, right? Okay, whatever you do in the Excel files, you can do the same in CSV files also. Okay. Now, the next one is importing data from a text file. Coming to this text file, it also will remain same. Importing data from text file. Okay. So DBMS equal to DLM. Okay. Say like suppose if you want to import the data that is present in text file 1, take the path. It will be same procedure. Go to properties, security. So give the path here. Okay. And then so DBMS will be DLM. If your delimiter is space, then you can just write DBMS equals to DLM. If your delimiter is other than space, if your delimiter is say like some comma or any other special characters, then write here DLM equal delimiter equal to, in quotations you define the delimiters. Whatever is the delimiter, you can define it here. Okay. Other than space, if anything is the delimiter, any other special character is the delimiter. Okay. Now execute the program. See whatever data that you have in this text document, it got imported. Okay. So here also same. If there are no variable names present in the text document, then write get names equal to no. Okay. The delimiter is the only extra option that you can use here. Okay. Now the next one is importing tab. Like suppose if your data values are say like separated by tab space. Okay. Then instead of writing DLM, you write here DBMS equal to tab. Okay. See. Oh no. Sorry. You have to change the file name also, no? file path. Okay. See, like this it will import the data. Now, importing the data from access file. Importing data from access files, it will be of the almost similar syntax but with minor changes. Generally, in a database, your data will be present in the form of tables. Okay. So rather than writing here as a data file, you write table. Okay. Give the table name in quotations. Out equal to dbms equal to. And here you write database equal to, give the path. Okay. Okay, suppose say that if you want to import this EMP details data, then write here table name equal to EMP, give the table name EMP details, out equals to whatever data set that you want to create, give it, dbms equal to access, okay. And if you want to replace, make use of the option replace. Like if you want to like overwrite whatever data that you have in test, then make use of the replace option and execute the program. Make sure your database is closed. Okay. Open this test. No, right? The data didn't import. Let us see like what is the error. So there is nothing error with the code. Code is correct, but connection lost. See, connection failed. That is the error, which means mine is not the licensed version. Okay, not the uh, uh, MS Office is not licensed version. So that's the reason it is throwing that error. But if your MS Office is licensed version, then definitely this program will be executed. Okay. Once you give a try in your systems, right? The same program. Are you clear with how to import the data from all the 4 sources?
Yeah, Pavani.
Now the next one is exporting the data. Exporting the data also same, like there will be no much difference in the programming but with minor change. Okay. So rather than writing here import, you write here as export. Export out file equal to, okay, because you are creating an output file. Here it will be, you are exporting the data from SAS. Okay. The rest all will be same. Into which destination you want to export, give that particular location. Suppose if you want to export onto desktop, give the desktop location like path. See, till here it will be same, no, till desktop, and after that it is file name, and I'll give it as say like some test only. Um, say like some class data, okay, dot. Suppose if you want to export as XLS document, right? Excel file, okay, dot XLS data equals to, I want to export the data that is present in SAS help library. Class dataset will export, okay, class, and your DBMS will be Excel file, okay. As I told you, Excel file you'll have like so many extensions and so many specifications. In my system, this Excel 5 is working, okay, identifier. So Excel 5 for XLS files, okay. Depending on your MS Office version, it will be like once you open your MS Office and like go to that file and you check like what are the different extensions that it have. According to that, you can use it. Okay. Now see here. See, Excel file is created. See. Okay. So like this Excel file will be created. And the next one is run. Okay. Suppose if you want to create the CSV files, generally in real time, rather than creating the Excel files, we create CSV files only. It will be very smooth. Okay, and because CSV files also open with Excel files, okay, whatever we can do in the actual Excel file, we can also do the same in CSV files. Okay, so exporting the data from SAS to CSV files will be more smoother than exporting to Excel file. So right here CSV dot CSV execute. Okay. See. Okay, like this we can export the data from SAS to various sources. Now suppose if you want to export to text file, then it will be DBMS will be DLM and here it will be .txt. Okay. So the default delimiter is space, right? So the text file will be created with spacing with data values separated by space. Okay. Now suppose say that if you want to separate your data values by some comma, say like delimiter equal to in quotations whatever delimiter that you want to give you can give. Okay. Okay, since already this file is existing text file, you have to make use of the option called replace. Okay. See, now the data values are separated by comma. Like this, with whatever data value delimiters that you want to specify, you can specify. Okay. Now the next one is exporting as a tab file. Okay. Coming to this tab file, just write here instead of dbms equals to dlm, write here tab. Okay. See. Okay. So like this, the data values will be separated. Your file will be created with the data values separated by tab space. Right? Now, the next one is exporting the data to Access database. Okay. Coming to this Access database, DBMS equal to Access Proc export out file equal to no. Here instead of writing out file, you'll write because you are exporting to a database, right? It will be table, out table. And give the table name, whatever table name that you want to give, you can give. Say like some class table. Okay. Now data equals to SAS help.class, DBMS equals to access and replace database equal to. So wherever you want to save, you can give that particular path. So if you want to give the desktop path, give the desktop path. Whatever table name that you want to give, you can give table.mdb. For the extension for access files is mdb.mdb. Okay. Again, the file will not be created because of the connection failed, but you can try the same code in your systems. Okay. If your MS Office version is genuine version, like licensed version. Okay. Once you give a try with the same code, it will work out. Okay. Here it is nothing but table is the access name that you are access database name that you are giving, and class data is nothing but in database generally data will be present in form of tables. No, this is nothing but the table name. Okay. And also this proc import and export, we can do the import and export of the data menu driven process also. Go to file, not only through programming but menu driven. Go to file. Okay, see here import data, export data. First you import, like first we'll go with import data. Import data. See, from which source you want to import the data, choose that option here. Okay, from whichever file you want to import. Say like from a tab delimited file you want to. Okay, so right here tab delimited. Okay, next. Where the file is located, browse the path. Suppose if your file is located on desktop. Okay, class dataset open. Okay. Furtherly, if you want to make use of any options like the data row or get names option or anything, then you can use it, or else you can just leave it. See here, options button I have clicked. Okay. Next. Here it is asking where to save, because you are importing the data, right? In which library you want to save. If you want to save in work library, save. Okay. Do you have any data sets in work library? Yes. Test is the data set. If you want to replace it, give it. Okay. If you want to create a new data set, give any new data set name. Okay. I want to replace it. Next. Replace the now. So here it is asking when it is running that code. Okay. Like when it is importing the data, obviously there will be some backend programming that will be running, right? If you want to know like what are the steps that it is executing or what is the program that it has been executed, you can save that. Okay. Suppose if you want to save your code on desktop, okay, I'll give the file name also as code. Okay, save, finish. Now you see here, see code. So this is the code that it has executed in background in order to import the data from this class dataset to test dataset. Clear? The same code like what we write, general proc import data file equal to, okay, out equal to, dbms equal to, get names equal to, data row equal to, same, okay. Okay. Now, the next one is exporting the data. Exporting the data also same. Make use of the option called export data. Okay. From which library you want to export the data. Suppose say from SAS help library. Say like cars dataset you want to export. Okay. Next. See, into which source you want to export. Suppose if you want to export as a tab delimited file, write tab delimited file. Okay. Next. Where do you want to save the file? Suppose say that on desktop I want to replace this class dataset. Save. Append or replace. Appending is nothing but to whatever data that you already have in class. Bottom to that, below to that data set, below to that data, it will be attaching, it will be keeping the cars data. If you want to replace, it will just remove whatever data that you already have in class and it will replace that data. That is the difference between append and replace. I want to replace. Okay. Next. If you want to save the code again on desktop, okay, code, save. So as I told you, replace as in there is already something existing in this code file, right? That will be replaced. If you choose append to whatever code that you already have here, below to that it will be. I want to do append here. Okay, append and finish. See, see here, you already have this code, right? This one you already have, and appending is nothing but below to that it will give you some other code. Okay. Now. In class dataset, you replaced with cars. No, see, the data got replaced with cars. Clear? So like this, you can do the importing and exporting. Are you clear with importing and exporting procedures?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you try the assignments definitely for this because these are the procedures that we use very often in real time. Okay.